So Josie's agreed to give us a little testimonial about her experience in our office. How were you referred to us?
I was actually going in and getting a chair massage about once a week to alleviate discomfort in my neck and my shoulders. And the girl at the front desk, surprisingly, said that, you know, she'd seen me in there quite a few times and was kind of asking if I had an issue, and I told her yes, and she told me that she had been to this amazing Dr. Thompson after a car wreck. She had whiplash, and she went to him for maybe about a year, and he basically cured all of her pain from the car accident. And I had a similar story with the whiplash situation and that same movement, and so she understood the kind of pain that I was in, and I literally made an appointment a week later, and you could tell she was very passionate about what she was telling me, and you could tell that she was being very truthful, and it made a huge difference in her life, and she was very appreciative of the help that she received.
So what type of problems were you having? Were you, you weren't in a car accident, but...
I wasn't in a car accident, but it was a very similar injury to whiplash, and it basically gave me a lot of discomfort in my neck. Not so much pain or being immobile, but just a nagging, constant reminder that something traumatic had happened to my neck. And it moved down into my shoulders, and it caused other things to happen, headaches and things like that.
So it's affecting your life quite a bit?
Oh, quite a bit, yeah. And at that time in my life, I was working out quite like every day, and I noticed it was really causing that to be a difficult thing for me when I really loved working out and being fit, and it was keeping me from being able to have the lifestyle that I wanted.
So how would you describe the actual correction that we made in the upper neck? What would you describe that as for somebody that's never been adjusted with it?
Well, I had seen probably 4 to 5 chiropractors prior to coming here. And I'd never had x-rays done before. And so the first time I walked in, and the first step was discussion and x-rays, was like a light bulb went off. Why wasn't anybody else doing this before? You know, figuring out what the problem was rather than just grabbing a hold of my neck and my back and popping and cricking it. I'd never had anybody look at the root of the problem and try to figure out from the inside out what we needed to do to really solve what the issue was. And I experienced that from the moment that I walked in the door here. And I felt more confident about the treatment that I was receiving because of that. Because the treatment was, it was suitable for the injury and where it had happened and how it had happened. And it was, like I said, I was just more confident about it. I was more comfortable. You, first of all, just made me comfortable from day one. Very down to earth and easy to talk to and share my experience and how I was feeling, which I think also makes for a better treatment.
So the actual adjustment, though, what did you feel? What did you experience?
Very little, but it made a huge impact. It was very well explained what was going to happen prior to it happening, and I just remember thinking, that's it? That's all it is? You know, no discomfort during the I want to say a procedure, the treatment, at all. Like I said before, there was always a lot of discussion and talk and explanation about what was going to happen before it happened, and then when receiving it, it was exactly how it was explained. It was very non-invasive.
So how was it different than what you had experienced before?
I kind of felt like I'd been maybe in an earthquake or, you know, just kind of shook my whole body before with the adjustments that I was receiving, probably popping and cracking parts of my body that I didn't even have issues with. And that always seemed a little overboard to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel the relief that I did from the treatment that I received here. It may have been for a few days or something, but I was right back to where I was before within a matter of no time at all.
So how are you doing now? I mean, after being under care and back and forth to the office
Mm-hmm.
for a little while, how is life now?
Sometimes I forget that I ever even have or had a problem. Unfortunately, I wait a little longer to come in and see you than I should, probably. I need to stay on top of my appointments more, but it's easy to forget because I feel so good. And I honestly never thought that I would get relief like I have.
So what would you tell somebody that's never been here that might be watching and they're just kind of, I wonder if I should go get checked? What would you say to that person?
It is life-changing. I tell people every chance that I get when I get into this conversation, or I have the opportunity to get into this conversation, because, you know, it's not a type of treatment you hear about often. When you hear chiropractor, you think going in, getting everything cricked and popped, and a lot of people are scared of it, and I understand why, because I lived that type of chiropractic appointment for years, and for the small amount of time that I would have relief when I left that doctor's office, it was still terrifying for me to go. And when I get my appointment here, I'm so excited to come, and I look forward to, you know, just the improvement of healing for the time, even after I'm gone for weeks. I'm still improving constantly. I think it's been 6 months since I've seen you until today, and before it was, you know, I would come every other week, and it just tapered off over time. It's
Sure.
life-changing, absolutely life-changing.